It's early morning. Your alarm goes off. You hit snooze. Once, twice, maybe 3 times. You finally get up, already feeling behind. You check your phone, notifications, messages, emails, and before your day has even properly started, your attention is already gone. Now compare that to someone like Jamie Dimon, one of the most powerful figures in global finance, the CEO of one of the largest banks in the world, a man responsible for decisions that move billions, sometimes trillions of dollars. And yet, his success isn't built on luck. It's not built on hype, and it's definitely not built on doing 100 different things at once. It's built on a few simple principles, executed consistently, principles that you can actually copy. But here's the problem. Most people look at someone like Jamie Dimon and think, that's a different world, different level, different life. So they ignore the lessons, and that's a mistake. Because success at that level doesn't come from doing different things. It comes from doing the right things better and longer than everyone else. So let's break down what Jamie Dimon does that you should start emulating today. First, clarity over noise. Jamie Dimon is known for something very simple. He thinks clearly. Sounds obvious, right? But look at your own life. How often are you distracted, pulled in different directions, reacting instead of thinking? Dimon is famous for writing detailed annual letters where he breaks down the economy, risks, opportunities, and long-term strategy. Not quick takes, not surface-level opinions, deep thinking. Because in a world full of noise, clarity becomes a superpower. And if you want to build wealth, you need to create space to think. Not scroll, not react. Think. Second, long-term thinking. Most people think in days, maybe weeks. Some think in months. Jamie Dimon thinks in decades. When he makes decisions, he's not asking, what works right now? He's asking, what will still make sense years from now? And that changes everything. Because short-term thinking leads to emotional decisions, impulse spending, jumping between opportunities, chasing trends. But long-term thinking builds real wealth. It keeps you grounded, focused, consistent. And here's the truth. You don't need to be a CEO to think long-term. You just need to stop living only for the moment. Third, risk awareness. Here's something most people misunderstand about success. It's not about taking crazy risks. It's about understanding risk. Jamie Dimon is known for being extremely aware of downside. What could go wrong? What could break? What could collapse? Because protecting what you have is just as important as growing it. And most people ignore this. They focus only on upside. How much can I make? Instead of asking, what could I lose? And that's how people get wiped out. So if you want to emulate him, start thinking in terms of risk. Before you make any financial decision, ask yourself, what's the downside? Fourth, consistency over intensity. You don't build a trillion-dollar institution with random bursts of effort. You build it with consistency, day after day, year after year. And this applies directly to your life, because most people rely on motivation. They go hard for a week, then disappear. Start something, then quit. But consistency? That's what compounds. Small actions, repeated over time. That's how wealth is built. Not overnight, not instantly, but steadily. Fifth, understanding systems. Jamie Dimon doesn't just focus on individual decisions. He understands systems, the economy, markets, global trends. Because when you understand systems, you stop reacting and start positioning yourself. Most people focus on isolated actions. Should I buy this stock? Should I start this business? But the real question is, what system am I operating in? Because the system determines the outcome. And if you learn to see patterns, you gain an advantage most people don't have. Now let's bring this down to something real. Meet David. David is 28. He wants to build wealth, but he's stuck in a cycle. He reacts to everything. New trend? He jumps in. Market drops? He panics. Feels motivated? He starts something. Loses motivation? He quits. And nothing sticks. Now rewind. Same David, but this time, he applies these principles. He creates time to think. He starts focusing long-term. He becomes aware of risk. He stays consistent. He starts understanding the bigger picture. And over time, everything changes. Not instantly, but steadily. Because success isn't about doing more, it's about doing what works for long enough. Now here's the part most people don't want to hear. These principles are simple, but they're not easy because they require patience, discipline, awareness, and most importantly, time. But here's the good news. You don't need to master everything overnight. You just need to start. So here's your challenge. Pick one principle, just one. Maybe it's thinking long-term. Maybe it's reducing distractions. Maybe it's focusing on consistency. And apply it today. Because the gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't filled with more information. It's filled with better decisions, repeated over time. And if you start thinking like people at the top, you start moving like them too. Slowly at first, then all at once. So the question is, are you going to keep reacting to life or start thinking your way through it? The choice is yours, but the results will come either way. If this video opened your eyes, even just a little, then don't let that feeling fade the moment you leave. Because understanding what to do is powerful, but knowing where to start safely, that's what actually builds confidence. So before you go, I want you to check out the previous video right here. Why you should partake in the stock market in 2026. Because if this video showed you the bigger picture, that one shows you how to take your first step without overthinking or risking everything. And trust me, that's where most people get stuck. So go watch that next. And if you got value from this, hit like and subscribe, because we're just getting started. Smell you later.